something hidden underneath. Meanwhile, Jade was sitting in the restaurant, constantly drawing the strange symbol he had seen on the tree trunk. At this moment, Kenny's mother appeared. She looked at the symbol and realized she had seen it somewhere. Kenny's mother then led Jade into the storage room. There, they discovered that the strange symbol was very similar to the one in an ancient book. The mystery was gradually revealed. That night, in the communal house, while everyone was fast asleep, a man secretly went up the stairs, opened the window and looked outside. There was a monster in the form of a beautiful woman. She asked when she could go inside. The man smiled after hearing that. His name was Kevin, a quiet person, usually did not like to interact with people around, and was always alone. No one knew that Kevin was a pervert. Every night he secretly went to the window and talked to a monster in the form of a beautiful, young woman. The monster often tried to seduce Kevin to let her in. That day was a special day, once a year. The people in the communal house would gather to celebrate the living and also to remember the dead. They did not know that a terrible tragedy would happen tonight. Meanwhile, the priest came to Stephen to tell him everything about Sarah and the mysterious voice in her head. At first, Stephen was skeptical. The priest then brought the drawing and the chocolate bar. He said that these were the things he had buried when he first arrived in the village. Sarah had arrived after the priest, so logically, she could not know about these things, unless the voice in her head was real. After listening, Stephen said that he also had a plan. That was to go into the forest by himself for a few days to find a way out. He could not stay in this village forever. At first, the villagers were afraid of the monsters and did not dare to enter the forest. However, if they carried a protective stone, they might be safe from the monsters. Although he had never tried this method before, Stephen decided to take the risk. Seeing this, the priest immediately told that Sarah and himself would go with Stephen. Sarah had mysterious abilities that might be useful. Meanwhile, at the communal house, Kevin, after many days of being seduced by the monster, finally opened the door to let it in. While the two were kissing, the monster suddenly bit Kevin's mouth. Before he could call for help, the monster rushed forward and killed him.